Test, test, test. Let me know how we sounded. Let me know how we sounded. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Alright, new 15 just popped up. Gotta break this stuff down this second. Gotta break this stuff down this second. Let me know if the audio sounds good though. Yesterday was another great day. If y'all was in the live yesterday, we took a GU setup. We ended up taking a gold setup during New York session as well. We'll pull it up and talk about that in a little bit. Make sure to like the live as y'all hop up in here and subscribe if you have not already. Got a new YouTube video dropping for y'all later on today. Going into New York session. Be on the lookout for that. Looking to see if GBPUSD can maintain 3180 as resistance. If so, we're going to look for continued sales. Did a nice drop right here, right before London session. We're looking for gold sales also. Just missed the retest right here, so we didn't take the setup here. But gold, we're looking for continued sales, so we can maintain 4092 as resistance. We can look for sales going to 4072. That's what we're looking at right here. Now, if you're in the first link description, the free room, free signal, free telegram, at the beginning of the week. Oh, not this week, right? At the beginning of this week, I told you I was looking for GU and gold sales, and we've been literally catching GU and gold sales all week so far. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. But I am liking this setup right here. So we might take this setup. Let's see if we can hold this low as resistance right here. What's going on, Imperium? What's going on? What's going on, Will? What's going on, Jordan? Got funded for watching for 1 month. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Speaking of funded accounts, if you have not watched my funded account videos in the day trading tips playlist, make sure to do that. Let me drop one of them in the chat right now. Alright, let's see if G can hold this low as resistance. see if it holds. So we're gonna look for sales here, or we're gonna look for sales here at 3,200. Alright, let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. This is another example why we don't break out trade. Those just joined the trade, we have not entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas, we have not entered anything yet. Let's see what gold's looking like. So you're either looking for sales here or here. Either way, sales is still the game plan. Let's push and see what G is up to. Yeah, so imagine we would have broke our trade. Would have had our stop loss get hit for no reason. Never be in a rush to take a setup, y'all. Never be in a rush to take a setup. Key look for sales at these levels at any session, yeah. That's the point of marking out these levels, right? It's just like, for example, y'all was in the live yesterday or in the live Monday, right? No, perfect example was the live stream Monday, right? The live stream Monday, if you watched the live on Monday, we missed setups during the live stream on Monday. But what did we end up doing? We ended up going for the setups going into New York session, right? So the same setups we were looking for London session on Monday, we took during New York session, right? These aren't things that are just for one session, one time frame, or not necessarily one time frame, but at like one time period. This is the game plan for the day. You see what I'm saying? That's the game plan for the day. Just gotta wait, just gotta wait. Make sure to like the live as y'all hop up in here and subscribe if you have not already. We just hit 6,200 subscribers. Let's get to 6,300. Let's get to 6,300. Some hard ass rejection right there. So we're only looking at gold and GU today. GJ and NAS are not really a good market structure. So now we're going to entertain them or look for a setup. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. So again, with GU, we're either gonna look for sales here if we can retest 3,200, or if we can VCR maintain 3185 as resistance, we could look for sales there. Gold, we're just waiting for a price. Either BCR 4070 or retest 4092. As far as news today, there is no US news, so we're simply just waiting for volume or confirmations to be met. Alright, new 15 just popped up. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scroll at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_wait. TikTok, _playmaker_wait_. Post daily on both pages. Got some new posts lined up for y'all today. And I got a new video dropping for y'all on YouTube today. Yes, So we're looking for this retest right here. Gold still pushing. It's a big drop right there. The key price levels are going to be treated as support resistance, yeah. These are the levels we enter and exit off of. Like, obviously the levels get changed every day, but we look at the GU setup we took yesterday. We can see the GU setup enter off the resistance level. ACI price drop to the downside. The ACI price here turns over into resistance. The ACI here, price turns over to resistance. So now we're looking for a BCR here to see if we can turn this level into resistance. Just like we look at gold, you see how gold reacting to this level here, reacting to this level here, reacting to this level here. This thing's taking a dump too. Alright, new 5 minute popped up. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. You already know the drill. It's crazy because I hit a couple of crazy trades off a key level that never even moved. It just kept coming back to the intro with a good volume. Do you ever do that? I'm not sure what you're saying. You're saying that I like re-enter trades multiple times sometimes, but that's why we enter off these levels. So we enter off the best levels, we exit off the best levels. That's the whole point of marking off these levels, so we know the best place to enter at and the best place to exit at. We got a new 15. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Imperium. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of these levels, right? Everything's for real. That's the reason why I like in the TikTok lives. I talk about the market structure, the trend, the bias. And the same reason why we mark off these levels. Just look right here, right? Look how many times price reacted to this level. Did the move, now it's coming back, right? So that happens. Now, will I re-enter the trade multiple times? No, I just take the trade one time a day and I'm good for the day. But there are times where price will retest and come back to the level, do the same move. Like how we see here, price came back, is doing the same move again. Just like we see here, price did a drop, came back to the same drop here. Well, all I need is one good setup a day. That's all I really need, personally. I've been telling y'all there's a method to the madness. I promise y'all this shit works. Look here, wizard. Nah, it's just literally just market structure, y'all. That's what I'm telling you. Like, everybody on the internet tells us not to look at the charts and that the markets are doing random things. So we are in our heads thinking that the charts are doing random things, and we're never gonna see what price is showing us every single day. You see what I'm saying? So when I started off trading, like I say all the time, I never was okay or satisfied with okay buyers, this, sellers, that. I was like, okay, how does that work? Can you explain this buyer versus seller concept? And nobody could explain it to me. So I had no choice but to figure this shit out on my own, you know what I'm saying? But this is the realistic side of trading, y'all. Again, you're not gonna just take a trade as soon as you open up the computer every single time. But this is also why I don't stare at the charts all day, right? You already know I just set my alerts and I wait for price to come to me, but I like to be live for at least an hour or so. Because like yesterday, for example, sometimes we take setups and we're done for the day. If y'all was in yesterday's live, we took this GU setup during the live stream. This ended up being a huge, wonderful our setup. I also took a small gold sell yesterday. Got wicked out. They ended up doing a full move later on, going into market close. And then gold's pushing as we speak right now as well. But again, did the retest right before London open, so just missed the setup. So from this point, we're either looking for price to retest 40.92 or looking for a BCR 40.70, or we can look for continued sell going to 40.48. That's what we got going on right now. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and click that and check it out for yourselves. But so far as this week, we're 4-0 this week. Went 4-1 last week, 7-0 the week before that, and then 6-0 to start off June. So that's how we're doing so far this month. Just picking up where we left off last month. We wrapped up May, 18 wins, 3 losses, get an 86% win rate. April, 28 wins, 4 losses, 88% win rate. And then quarter one, we did 50 wins, 9 losses, against 87% win rate. January, February, and March combined. All right, we'll be averaging 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis since 2022. Make sure to check all that stuff out. But yeah, so we're just waiting right now. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. New 5 minute about to pop up in a second. The goals ripping. IG is pushing back down. We're just simply waiting to see which lower price are going to hold as resistance first. That's literally all we're doing. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. Shout out everybody on the live. Try to stay on for the BCR because literally, like a lot of times, as soon as I end the live, like 30 minutes later, while I'm back in bed, I take a setup. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all folks about to hop in bed in a little bit. But let's try to see what this BCR is. Let's see what this next 15 does right here. So again, looking at GU, we're either looking for price retest 3200 or BCR and hold 3185 as resistance. What about gold? So we went over gold earlier, but right now we're just waiting for a retest. So gold, we're looking for a retest 4092 or BCR hold 4072 as resistance. Yeah, but gold took off without us, so wasn't able to take that setup. Alright, let's see if we can hold this low as resistance. We might get some action, ladies and gentlemen. We might get some action. Just rip this level. Let's see if we get a retest here. New 15 about to pop up in a little bit. Yeah, that thing is ripping. Let's see what Gold's talking about. Gold might try to rip too. That thing's fucking tanking. Jeez, it's that fucking retest. That motherfucker ripping. Man, my bells are eating me out with a binge on PMU. Yeah, it'd be like that, it'd be like that. Trust me, it'd be like that. A lot of people have been asking for sales. I might do another sale soon. We'll see. I usually don't like to do sales too much because as soon as I don't do a sale, the motherfuckers want to sell year round. And it's like, that's not how any business works, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I kind of stopped doing so. Just like I used to do hella free shit in the free Telegram back in the day. And then people used to literally cuss me out of my DMs. I'm like, why didn't you give all the setups for free? So that's why I kind of just chilled out on lot of the free shit I used to do because motherfuckers on the internet be tripping. Motherfuckers on the internet be tripping. But we might do a sale. We haven't done a sale in a minute. We might do a PMU sale. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if we can get a retest, y'all. Let's see if we can get a retest. That thing fucking ripped. Gold's still teasing us right here as well. Excuse me. Nah, I respect that. Yeah, I respect that. But no, sometimes people be asking questions, so that's just for the people in the back wondering why we doing certain things. That's the main reason why I just be chilling. For real, for real. But it's definitely worth the investment. Like, you get way more than any other place is talking about. And, like y'all see, the method to the madness, it should be working. So, about to see if we can get a retest right here. About to see if we can get a retest right here. Make sure I like the live if you haven't already. Shout out to those that like the live. Make sure to subscribe as well. We're almost at 6,300 subscribers. We can get to that easily. We can get to that easily. And I know I've been slacking on the stock and crypto channel, but I just figured some shit out that I'm gonna try to test out. So you'll see what I'm talking about when you see what I'm talking about. I've just been busy as hell, I ain't gonna lie. But I do have time to do it, I ain't gonna lie, so I just gotta organize my time better. Let's see if we can hold this level as resistance. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. See what this next 5 minute looks like. I'm liking this right here. Just want to see how it reacts right here. here's the retest. Let's see if we can hold that as resistance. So we missed the goal setup, so I'm going to take a setup. London session is going to be this setup here. So we're just going to take this right here. We're going to come back to New York session and let the price do what price is going to do. Okay, this would have been a nice goal setup here, would have been a nice 1 to 2 RR, but it did the retest, as you can see, at 2:30, 2:45 it took off, did not retest at 3 a.m. So we couldn't take the setup, nothing we could do about that. But we're still looking for sales on gold nonetheless. So we're either gonna look for price to retest 41.10 or retest 40.92 or BCR maintain 40.70 as resistance. Then we could look for continued sales going to 40.48. We're gonna see if we can hold this level as resistance. If it doesn't hold this level as resistance, it might try to retest 3,200. But we're looking for sales nonetheless. We did just make a lower low today / yesterday. And we haven't been this low in a minute. We haven't been this low since March, and before March it wasn't this low since literally last year. So we're gonna need some volume. We don't got any news today, so we're still just waiting for volume and the confirmation to be met. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this trade for London session. Let this play out, and then we're gonna see what gold and G is gonna store for us in New York session. Depending on what price does going into New York session, we might look at NAS100 and GJ, but just as of right now, I don't really like how NAS100 looks or GJ, so that's why I haven't really been looking at it or trying to trade it. Because again, we rolled the all-time highs up last month, then we rolled the all-time highs up last week, and on Monday, then price reversed, so not gonna trade it. And then GJ's a funky looking miss as well. So we could look for possible sales tomorrow and Friday, but as of right now, we're just gonna let GJ do his thing. Yeah, so we're gonna see if we can hold this level as resistance. I'm going to hop back in bed. I'll let you know if we go live on TikTok today. I got to check my schedule. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Let's see what we got in the chat. All right, cool. Shout out to everybody live. Shout out to everybody who's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free student, free Telegram. Make sure to become a playmaker on Playmaker University, Advanced Play Signal, all that good stuff. Gold looks like it's retracing as well. But yeah, we're just going to let these play out, and we'll be back on the charts New York session. Peace, we out.